Welcome back, folks, and thanks for joining me for another manga haul video. Part 2 for the month of February because this stuff's been stacking up. I don't know, man. I get a few days off, and what are you going to do? Spend money on manga. Jeez Louise. But I got a pretty nice several stacks of here for you. So we're going to start off right now and get right into it. I can finally start reading this series once again because I really want to get caught up because I was missing three or four volumes of from in this series that I needed to get. But we're talking about One Punch Man #4, and that's a pretty badass cover. So far, I like the series. I've only gotten through the first volume, and I'm really excited to keep on reading it. Part of my older manga stuff that I've been picking up after going through my manga Bible, I picked up this series, and it's called Desert Coral. Here's Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. These were published by ADV Manga. Good God. Can't even talk today. A lot of folks probably won't even remember them. They're really old. And towards the beginning of when manga was coming over to the US. And this series wasn't bad. And unfortunately, there was like 2 more volumes that were published in Japan. Nobody picked up the title after ADV went out of business, and that also happened to my next series that I got here as well. Kid, strange thing because the kid has like dreams of another world, and I mean the art's pretty basic. You get a look. I mean, it's not bad. The story I thought was kind of good, and it was really starting to pick up by the time third volume came around. But the kid, he's like from Earth. He dreams of this other world, and she kind of like sees him, and then she summons in a fight her monster, and it turns out to be him. But there's a past for these people, like the third volume just kind of really hits you. You got to read it. I wish they would have continued. I wish somebody else would have picked it up because I think it would have been stupid good. And this here too, I got Blue Inferior #1. The art is pretty simplistic, but it's not bad. But I was more into the story where the world is like destroyed, so to speak. And there's only small settlements of people, but there's like these creatures out there that are they call them subhumans. But the funny thing is the subhumans look like him. And he's a subhuman, and he was brought to this town. They got something in their blood or something, I don't know, but it was like a environmental disaster which caused all the problems in this world. There was several more volumes in that series, and of course this suffered the same fate. Nobody picked it up and continued it when ADV went out of business. Such a sad thing. But we'll go on to some of the newer stuff that came out not too long ago. Sugumi Project number 4. This continues to be a pretty interesting read. I mean, the art is not gonna blow you away, and I think I've said that before. But the story's cool, and in this volume particularly, you get a lot of backstory in several of the characters. So you got that character development, which is what I've really wanted to see. So it's a little bit slower volume this time. Action will pick up, I'm positive, in the next one. But just finding out about like this person here, just finding out about her past, and this just really, really, really interesting. Next up, we got Blood Blade number 1. This is, I don't think this is going to be too many volumes. I'm not sure. But the artwork in this is freaking amazing. I was talking to somebody in the bookstore when I got this, and I looked at it and I walked away, and then I was like, "Oh, let me go and look at the rest of the stuff that I got. I want to go see if I can find." And then somebody else came in, and he happened to be looking at it, and I looked at it. I told him, I was like, "So have you heard anything about it?" He's like, "No, I ain't ever heard anything about this, but the art is amazing." And I was like, "Right?" I mean, look at this. It's freaking amazing art. It's dark, but it's highly defined. But what you got here is basically Vlad the Impaler, Dracula, has been reborn about, I guess it was like 400 years later. And now he's in the shape of that girl. And she wields, or he wields, or however you want to see it, a katana. So it's just like, it's kind of strange right there. And then there's like Frankenstein, he's dead, but this golem that he created gets up with them, and so Vlad takes her in. There's an organization out there that's like trying to capture monsters and then incorporate them into humans to create an army, I guess, to take over a world. I don't know. I'm going to give the story time to develop. But even if the story is mediocre, I'll probably continue reading it just because the art is stupid good. It's just awesome to look at. And this is a Japanese manga that was published in English first. So when you think about it, this is changing the paradigm here, where you have Japanese coming to America. Now it's kind of like English first. Maybe this will get translated into Japanese. Who knows? I mean, Kodansha's publishing it, so it's very possible that it will. Next we have is Ogami. Can't keep it in. Okami-san can't keep it in. Number 3. Continuing their relationship issues. For real. The girl has some issues. Next we have 2.5 dimensional seduction, number 9. And this series here continues to just A+, A+, A+ for me. I love it. And this volume was great as well. He's finding out stuff about himself, which is really cool. Their relationship is just taking a step forward. I love it. I can't get enough of this series. It can go on forever, I think. And then we got One Punch Man number 9. That fills another hole. So I'm happy to get that. I was surprised to see this one on the bookshelf there. It was Goodnight Pun Pun, number 6. So I added it to my collection because I haven't gotten that far yet. I only got the first one, so I'm still working my way through that. We got A Tale of a Secret Saint, and that's number 5. I really, 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 really like this series. The main story literally is only this much of the volume. And then it goes into a side story. But I was disappointed when I first started reading it. And then by the time I was in the end of it, I was like, wow, this was a really good side story to have. Because this goes in before she got there. So I think a whole bunch of stuff is going to come from that side story in future volumes. I'm excited to see that. Now I know I'm going to mess this one up. This is called the Tree of Death, Yomo Tsuhegui. This is volume number 1. This one just came out. This is crazy good. I love it. It's like Lovecraft. It's got that Lovecraft feel. I mean, that dude that's got the thing on his head, he looks like H.P. Lovecraft. And that looks like Cthulhu, for the love of God. This was a really, really, really cool series to start. I mean, I'm down with it. I can't wait to see where that's going to go. Next, I have another volume from Shujo Ashimi. You know, probably one of my more favorite manga writers. Shino Can't Say Her Name. This was a rather interesting volume here. And the thing is that this is like kind of autobiographical from the author himself, because he's had to deal with speech impediment all his life, and so that's what this girl's problem is. She can't even say her name correctly. So I mean, the story was good. I can't imagine reading it anytime soon, but it was good. I probably will reread it just for the hell of it later on. But let's continue on. Tokyo Revengers, number 3-4. This fills that hole that I was missing because I went out and bought all the dang things. So I'm happy to get that. Next, I got the final volume that I needed to fill this series out, and that's Pluto, number 6. Happy to get that. This one just came out not too long ago. It's 7 Deadly Sins, 4 Nights of Apocalypse, number 11. And this, I can't wait to read this one. Fairy Tales Omnibus 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, buddy. I like me that fairy tale stuff. Next we have the next line of Fire Force Omnibus number 8. This covers issues 22 through 24. It's a pretty good series. Next I have these are from the same author. Let me do this one first. Folks might know this, I'm not sure, but Ping Pong. I got volume 1 and volume 2. And I think this was one of his earlier works, because this one just came out with like an anniversary edition. This is in hardcover, and I know I'm going to butcher this freaking name. Let's try it right here. Tekonkincrete. I was reading a little bit of it, and it is actually pretty cool. These kids are like fictional town, they say, and they're going after Yakuza and everything. You know, the art is not crazy good. It's what it is. But you know, I'm not always about the art. It's about the story. And lately, I've been working on trying to finish off one series that has kind of eluded me for a bit. And I'm very, very, very close to getting it done. And that's Ranma from Rumiko Takahashi. I got volume number 7 and volume number 8. And these are the blue spine ones. I got several volumes, and just go in there because most of the ones that I have from this series are the omnibus ones. But I started getting into the point where the omnibuses that I was needing was just getting way too expensive to go after. So I don't care if, you know, the collection doesn't completely match up. So I started going after older editions, and that was the blue spined ones. I got several more of them in here, but I did find a few of these omnibuses for decent prices, so I did jump on them. And this was the volume for $9.10. This was the volume for $11.12. And now we're back into the blue spines. This is volume 29. Volume 30. 31. 32. 33. These are kind of worn down, and they were like all library discards. But surprisingly, for being library discards, you know, they're in really good condition. So I'm I'm happy about that. I mean, there are some wear spots on them. Don't get me wrong, but they're enough to fill the holes in the collection, and I'm not hard on my books, so they'll last for the rest of my life, that's for sure. And then finally, to finish it off, volume 35, 36. So I think I only need 3 more issues, and I'll have this series complete. Next, I have another old one that I picked up in a little bit of used condition. But going back to the godfather of manga here, Osamu Tezuka, I got Triton of the Sea, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And I think these are like omnibus type things, because I don't remember how many volumes originally were in the series. I think maybe there was only 2. So that just checks off another set of books that I've been wanting to get from him. He's got so much stuff. I don't think I got any chance in hell of getting any more all his things. And you know, if I remember right, let me look at the back of this real quick. Yeah, see, these were done and translated through funding from Kickstarter. So, and a lot of his works have been getting done that way. So I think that's an actual pretty cool thing to be doing, because it doesn't seem like anybody's picking them up and actually doing them. And if that's the only way to be able to get it, then shoot, that's what they need to do. Next, I had my first order from God Anime shoot. What was it? God anime or by anime? Whoops. I didn't vote for God. But that's okay. I'm old. You can pardon that. They were like the adult division of Right Stuff that broke off because Crunchyroll didn't want it. Yeah. Now they're based out of Nevada, and of course they got all the adult stuff there. But now they're actually starting to get regular everyday manga in again. So we'll see what happens with that. I mean, is it going to become competition, big time competition again with Crunchyroll? And Crunchyroll have to go and buy them out again. They just roll it over and do it all over again. Yeah, make Crunchyroll spend all that money. I like it. But oh yeah, you know what? Shuzo Oshimi, a series that I hadn't had yet, and that's Inside Mari. That's volume 1. And this is volume 2. Volume 3. Volume 4. She got 4 fingers up too. And volume 5. I think this thing is only a 9-volume set. So I still got a few more to go and get from that. So I want to read these first. But who knows? I'll probably just go out and try to get the rest of them real quick. Well, I know volume 6, I think it is. That one's kind of harder to get. We'll see. While I was on Amazon, as you know, I've started getting really interested in reading Clamp, their stuff. What a team of artists and writers there. And I seen a picture of them, and I was like, wow, all of them are pretty hot too, for at least for back in the day. And I was like, dang. But I was on Amazon and I found this Clamp in Context. It's a critical study of their manga and anime. And I thought, well, that could be pretty interesting. So I will try to get that read up as well. They've had their hands in so many different mangas and animes and stuff like that. It's just, they're very influential. You got to give kudos where kudos should go. But what else is going on? Oh yeah, I did finish reading. I'm up to date on Mao, which is the latest from Rumiko Takahashi. At 15 volumes? Yeah, 15 volumes are out now. That is a good series. I mean, she's mastered what she's always wanted to do, so she's good. That series probably going to keep on going for another 20 volumes for what we know. But I mean, if you like Ayakashi, if you like Exorcism, if you like any of that, she writes good stuff to read. So go check it out. I mean, it's a slow burner, but every volume is just like relevant news and details that are being brought into the story. New people who are from the past. There's always something coming up, and it's like a mystery unfolding before your eyes with this series. And you can't miss a volume because you're going to definitely miss out on some information. So yeah, check that out. I'm up to date now on what else am I up to date on? Oh yeah, I'm up to date on Juju Kaisen. Yeah, that is getting crazy. Because the anime I think only made it up through right before the Tokyo stuff. and everything's blocked off. So that after the stuff that happened in the subways, holy crap, it's getting nuts. Everybody's killing everybody. And I hear it's supposed to get even worse, but that's going to be tragic because there's going to be a lot of cool people dying, I think. Oh no. But that's all I got, folks. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, hit me up. Peace.